This is easily one of the most pathetic things that I have seen in a very long time. As we know, a couple weeks back, Trump announced that JD Vance was his vice president. And of course, as expected, the leftists started to lose their minds over this because, of course, anything that Trump does whatsoever, he could literally just be breathing oxygen and they would all be throwing a complete tantrum. But JD Vance also wrote a book back in 2016 that is called HILLBILLY ELEGY that became then a movie on Netflix. And this movie is now getting review bombed on Rotten Tomatoes by leftists, literally just because of JD Vance becoming Trump's vice presidential pick. So, as you can see, there is now a lot of TDS going on, and this is one of the critics that decided to leave a bad review on HILLBILLY ELEGY. Suddenly, magically, out of nowhere, after he was announced as Trump's vice presidential pick. But there are also just a bunch of leftists who are on Rotten Tomatoes now, who are saying all sorts of absolutely ridiculous things about this movie, literally just because of JD Vance. In view of the author's authoritarian views, selling his soul to a criminal and publishing a self-serving book to line his pocket with, I will not subsidize this film, nor the author. It's hilarious how all of the cockroaches start to come out of the woodwork when anything happens with Trump, and that is exactly what is happening in this situation here. It is literally because of Trump, and we all know that. And there's, of course, other insane reviews like this. JD Vance is to Appalachia what Chef Boyardee is to authentic Italian cuisine. He is a fraud who grew up in a 4-bedroom house in the burbs. Whole parents earned $175,000 per year and paid for his private gold lessons. The only thing that's true is mom was a drug addict and he went to live with mama. All the rest is a well-manufactured fraud. Well, apparently Wayne B is an expert on JD Vance. No one knows JD Vance better than Wayne B, apparently. Where's the movie about how JD sold out all his beliefs to become a grifter con man at the pleasure of a billionaire venture capitalist? Why was this movie made? It was a horrible book written by a worse person. Some people and their stories do not need to see the light of day. Do not watch this film or read this book. Utter drivel! So yeah, all of the TDS-infused individuals are losing their minds because of JD Vance being the vice presidential pick for Trump, as you can clearly see. Also, professional critics who are giving their thoughts about this as well. So Matt Brunson, who happens to be this dude right here, who pretty much, I mean, he definitely looks like someone that goes to bed crying about Trump every night. Now, while all of the leftists are losing their minds and review bombing HILLBILLY ELEGY, and yes, I use that term review bombing ironically because that's what they would say about us if the situation was reversed. Now JD Vance's HILLBILLY ELEGY skyrockets to top of charts following VP rollout. So it doesn't look like all of their attacks are working out that well. And there's a lot of positive reviews for the film that have happened, that have come out since the announcement as well. But there are definitely some psychopaths out there that are freaking out over this movie, literally just because it's based on a book that was written by JD Vance. So the movie adaptation of the book starring Gabriel, Amy Adams, and Glenn Close is also back in Netflix's top 10 movies at the time of writing, having been viewed more than 3 million times. So they can continue to rant and rave and cry and scream, and it's not going to do any good because, well, JD Vance and Trump continue to win, and there's nothing that these leftists can do about it. So with that being said, let me know what you think about all of this craziness in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like, subscribe, and I'll talk to you all in another video very soon.